Welcome to Mr. Foy's Easel. On this program, we're going to do another matching exercise. I'd better explain that before I start drawing any of it. I'm going to take these animals, rooster, a pig, a dog, a rabbit, a cat, a duck, and a frog, and I'm going to match them up with different personalities or professions or activities, such as cowboy and a jogger, a basketball player, a hitchhiker, superhero, detective, and farmer. So the way it works is I'm going to take these cards, which have all of those designations on the reverse side, and going down my list of critters, I'm going to draw a card, for example, cowboy, and match it up with whatever critter is shown on the board, on the screen. Okay, let's start with my first critter, the rooster. I'll reach into my little 3x5 cards, and I'm going to have a rooster as a superhero. Well, superheroes sometimes are shown in the air. Some of them have masks. And this particular superhero, the rooster, is wearing one. And like Superman, if the super rooster, or whatever he's called, is flying through the air, he'd have his arms, that is wings, outstretched, and he would have a cape. Superheroes like to wear capes. Seems to me like they might get in the way of fighting the crooks, but anyway, there's a superhero in the person of a rooster on his way to fight crime in the city or on the farm. Well, my next critter in the lineup is a pig, and I sift through my cards, and I come out with a pig as a cowboy. Well, when I draw a cartoon cowboy, I want to make sure to have a big, tall hat. Might call that we used to call that a cowboy hat. And of course, a pig's going to have a nose that looks kind of like that. I'm going to have his ear sticking out kind of underneath that big old cowboy hat. And that pig's going to have a bandana around his neck, which seemed to be part of the apparel of cowboys, at least in the old days. This pig's got a rope. I guess he's about to go out and lasso some cattle or something. The way his feet are shaped, they didn't fit into cowboy boots, so I've just got him barefoot, you might say. So there we have a super rooster and a old-time cowboy pig. Well, the third critter on our list is a dog. And now it's up to me to sift through the cards. And, a dog as a basketball player. Well, sometimes when I want to draw basketball players, I start with a hand or a paw, and I put the basketball like that. And cartoonists are always using lines to indicate motion. In this case, the the arm is moving, and of course the ball is supposed to be bouncing up and down as the dog goes dribbling down the court. And he looks pretty pleased. He must be getting close to the basket. Like the pig, my athletic dog is barefoot. Couldn't find any sneakers to fit, I guess. Well, that's 3 of our critters. We've got several more to go, but it's now time for a break. So I'll leave these flowers and ropers and dribblers for now, and we'll be right back after a short break.
Home security is now available through Conway Corp. It's an advanced solution backed by people you know and trust. Customize your system with motion detectors, sensors, light controls, and more, all managed from your wireless touchscreen or mobile phone. It's an easy way to protect the things that matter and the ones who matter most. It's safety for you, powered by Conway Corp.
Welcome back. Now we're going to follow up our dribbling dog with some other critter. Well, it's a rabbit, I think, is next in line. Let's see what card we have for the rabbit. Oh, a hitchhiker. A hitchhiker. All right. Well, I want to start with the rabbit's hand that's got the thumb sticking out like you do if you're hitchhiking. And whether you're a rabbit or some other critter, if you're going to be hitchhiking, you're going to be looking down the highway for oncoming traffic and possibility of a ride. Now here's this rabbit, and apparently he sees a vehicle down the road a ways, down this way, and so he's got a big smile and a busy thumb. This is the edge of the road, and there's his suitcase full of probably carrots. But anyway, that's the hitchhiking rabbit. And we now go on to the critter that is next on the list, which happens to be a cat. Getting low on cards, but I'll shuffle these around and see what will be. Oh, a cat, that's a detective. Now, you know, in cartoons and maybe in other areas, the detective is often shown looking through a magnifying glass. And I don't know if real detectives ever bother with these or not, but it's one of those stereotype things in cartoons and in other places. Now this cat thinks himself a pretty good detective. In fact, he's wearing a cap that, if I'm not mistaken, is often associated with the Sherlock Holmes of fiction. Of course, he may be just looking for evidence of a mouse in the house or in the yard or something. But anyway, that's my version of a cat detective. Call it a house cat detective, if you wish. So there's the cat who's kind of a Sherlock, looking for something, some kind of clue. We've got a couple of critters left. And the next one on the list is a duck. I have 2 cards, and let's see, the duck is a farmer. All right. Well, I like to put farmers in a straw hat, although I'm not sure how many farmers continue to wear that sort of headgear. But here's my duck with a straw hat, and to reinforce or to emphasize the rural nature of this critter, I want to put bib overalls on him. But like most of my other critters, maybe all of them today, he's barefoot. And let's just say he's outside looking over the crops, over the fields, and so on. The last card is jogger and matched up with a frog. Well, I always regard the frog as more of a hopper than a jogger, but let's see what we can do. He's jogging on down the road, and looks like he's certainly getting warmed up. Now let's put a little color on a few of these. As I was drawing the duck, for example, it struck me that he should have some colorful overalls. And sad to say, I'm not going to have time to color up any of these other characters or their clothes or anything. We've wound up now. We've done all of our critters and all of their roles. And so it's time to say so long. Remember, you can contact Mr. Foy's Easel at conwaycorp.com.